Hey boys and girls, Nero is back. Today let's talk about the toon shader in Houdini. I will divide the video in two. In the first video, we're gonna render this little cute guy by using Arnold render. And in the second video, we're gonna render Cloud by using the Mantra render. Not just because we can do this different ways, but also I want to say there is a limitation for Arnold toon shader. But I think we can somehow fix that in Mantra render. So let's dive right in. Alright then, this is what I did for my test. Let's do this one by one. First, our little cute guy. We're gonna do this little creature, lovely little creature by using Arnold render. And I believe his name is called Yahaha. And he comes from a very famous game, The Legend of Zelda. And let's dive in, and this is the model. Since we're not here to talk about the modeling, so I will just skip the modeling section. All you need to know is this guy is waving his arm, and he's cute. And then I divide the model in three. There's the little stick he's holding, and this is his body. Alright, like this. And then the leaf. Yeah, this is ugly. Maybe we're gonna see the points. Okay. And for the leaf, I will give you a demonstration. We're gonna need a Arnold build material, and then give it a name. Dive in, and all we need to do is the toon shader, which is really simple. And there is a button. It's like a burger thing, and expand it. And then all we care about is the base color. Okay. Since I downloaded an image, I'll show you. I actually downloaded this image from the internet. I will draw for you to understand better. First, I download it. Then I import it into Photoshop. Okay, Photoshop. And then I made a work path. Out of it, which is for the edge. Okay. And then I import it into AI, which is Adobe Illustrator. Then output, this is AI. Then output as a .ai file, AI. But remember, when you save out the AI file, you have to choose Illustrator 8, okay? AI 8, this version. Houdini only gonna recognize this version, which is the 8. Let me see, where is my AI file? No, I save it somewhere else. But like I said, all you need to do is just export an AI 8 file, and then import it, and then extrude it so it will have some thickness. Since I made this leaf based on the image I downloaded, so I could just use the image as my texture. It's a little bit Photoshop. I will show you like this, okay, with a little face on it. Then just import it, and then connect it to the base color. Then you just drag it here. I won't do it. I'm just demonstrating. Okay, I forgot to connect. Yeah, connect the RGB to the surface output input. And later we're gonna use a ramp, which is called a ramp RGB. We're gonna connect the ramp to the toon map. See, there is a base tone map. It's actually everywhere. There is let me find it. The tone map, okay, for base color, and the tone map for silhouette. A tone map for it. I believe there's also a tone map for specular. Yeah, here, specular. Not exactly everywhere, but yeah, basically everywhere. This ramp, okay, this ramp is actually calculating based on the lighting condition. Say our lights here, okay, and then let's divide this in 3. And this is a highlight. This is the middle section, and this is the shadow. It corresponds with this ramp, which is this ramp. This is the brightest and this is the darkest. So what if, let me change that into constant, then it will use this ramp, which is this one, to multiply with the image we have. And of course, if you don't have this, still it will try to multiply that with the base color. For example, if we're gonna use a orange, then orange gonna multiply with this. The result will be the orange and the black. Okay, just do the math. And yeah, that's it for these guys. I'm gonna delete that, and then we can talk about the body. For our body, yeah, there's a little bit difference. Since I don't have any texture for the body, I don't have any texture for it, then how can I yeah, I shouldn't delete it. Toon, expand. We cannot just connect it to the base color since we don't have any texture, right? But what we can do is we can use a CD attribute. If you find user data RGB and grab CD, you can connect CD here, and the render, the Arnold render, will recognize this CD attribute. And this is how I made it. Come on. Okay. This is how I did it. First, turbulence noise, just some random noise. Then I just clamp it in order to keep it between 0 and 1. And then round integer. Then I have something like this. Finally, I use a ramp. So yeah, this is the render result, which means this guy can grab the CD from the geometry and then render it. And like always, connect a tone map here. Yeah, I will do a little render for you to understand better. Check this area, okay? This dark green area, because in here I give it a dark green color, then it multiply with CD, which means, like I said, if we're going to change, what happened to Arnold? Why can't I choose it anymore? See, I changed the color. Let's see the result. Theoretically, this color gonna multiply with the CD color. Then we got a totally different result, which means I was right. Okay, that's it. I'm gonna Control Z, and this is the edge. For now, we don't have anything. I mean, if we have some little wrinkles on the body or somewhere, okay, then it can render out the edges. Since our little guy is very smooth. Yeah, I believe I disabled the specular. You can see it's very smooth. So there isn't any edge. And this is the silhouette, which is the black outline. And we can always change the width and opacity for both of them. There's also a opacity and width. Specular. Yeah, I'm not using any specular, but if you want, you can just enable it and then connect your own toon map. Yeah, it will give you other result, I believe. Then highlight, stylus highlight. This one is for projecting some light on the body, since we are doing the body. For example, if we make a how to say a disc light, then if you change the angle, it will project the light around here. Or if you're gonna make some pretty interesting shape, it will also project on the body. The rim light, yeah, the same theory. All you need to do is create Arnold light and drag it here to tell the shader which light you want to use. Then transmission. Here's the thing I talked about, the limitation I talked about. In the beginning, I said due to technical limitation, the transmission doesn't work. See, we already enabled it to 1, but it won't work. And besides, we don't have any option for opacity. How should I say this? In this case, it's alright. It's totally fine. But remember, in the beginning, I showed you another image, which is cloud. Okay, check his hair. His hair is actually not fur. This is not actually fur. It's actually made of hair cards. I show you. Look at his hair. These are hair cards. Alright, which means later on we have to use a opacity map to get a result like this. But for the Arnold toon shader, the transmission won't work, which means we cannot get the result we want like this. That is the problem. And that's why in the next video we're gonna talk about the mantra render. Mantra render can do this, but it's not perfect. So you can choose, either do that in mantra render or you can comp. So in next video we're gonna talk about his hair.